Hopefully, if you're seeing this video, you already watched the first video. The first video is called How to Stop People Pleasing. Now, we're going to talk about how to practice saying no. All right. So if you have not seen the first video and you need some support with your boundaries, with your discipline, with finding your voice, with speaking up on the things that you want or need, whether it's to yourself or to your family members, or just to, you're trying to get a promotion at work, this one is going to help you. But also the video before this, like I say, it's called How to Stop People Pleasing. So if you struggle saying no, one of the first things I need you to do is to start off small, and start off small with yourself. If you struggle saying no to other people, I don't want you to start practicing with them. I want you to practice with yourself. And I want you to look inward. There's bound to be places in your life where you struggle saying no to yourself. And I want you to start with what's called low stakes, low risk. Where in your life do you need to say no to yourself? Are you on a budget right now? And are you trying to save up? Maybe you're trying to buy a house. Maybe you're trying to get your first $100,000 saved up. Maybe you're trying to buy a car. Maybe you don't have a specific goal, but you just want to save more money and stop spending frivolously. In that situation, there are some things you will have to say no to. And for your life and for your journey, what are those things that you have to say no to? Now, that's going to look different for everyone. What are those things that you're going to have to say no to, right? I'm in my library right now. I have a bunch of books. Maybe you're a person who just buys books and books and books and books and books, and you don't read them. And I personally don't have an issue with that because I'm an author, so I don't want you to buy my books. But maybe for your finances, you're just spending books. You're spending money on books, and maybe you're not actually touching them. Now, I don't think that that's a bad investment as long as you're reading the books. However, for you, you might need to say no to yourself. I'm the type of person who I enjoy making coffee at home. I like it. I think it tastes better. I know what's going in it. I like to have a relationship with my coffee. Where are these beans coming from? That's just me. But maybe for you, you do more of the quicker coffee from the places, whatever the places are. And perhaps maybe you're not realizing that the money you're spending there is cutting into your budget. It's cutting into you stacking up. It's cutting into you paying off your debt. Maybe that's it, right? Maybe it's your car note. Maybe your car note for $400 is just killing your wealth. And maybe instead of getting a new car when it's time to get a new car on a car note, maybe it's time for you to save, and buy the car cash so you don't have that car note. So you can spend the next 6 years of your life taking that $400 and putting it up into your investment account, into your savings account, into Bitcoin so you can stack that money. Start off with a no. Maybe you're the type of person, I'll tell you the one that I just went through. I experienced some inconsistencies with my sleep. I'm staying up super late one day. I'm going to bed on time one day. I'm up late and up and down, up and down, up and down. And then I woke up the other day and I was exhausted. I was exhausted of this inconsistency. So I had to say to myself, like, you know what? This starts with me. This starts with me. I can't expect anybody else to change this for me. In the last video, we used this term called rescue. You can't expect anybody to rescue you from your life. This is your life. The only thing other humans can do is help you. We can't rescue you. We can help you. We can support you. We can give you reminders like, hey, you should probably go to bed. But it's up to you to go to bed. It's up to you to be on your budget. It's up to you to determine the quality of your life. Nobody else is going to determine that for you. It is up to you to determine the quality of your life. So start off with those small no's. Like, you know what? I had to tell myself, like, you know what, Sylvester? Like, I love March Madness, but I can't stay up late watching the game. And if it's a game in the day, I can watch the day game. Nighttime, bro, go to sleep. Go to bed. Go to sleep. Right? So look into your life and see where you can just integrate a small no. But don't wait. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for next week. Don't wait for the first of the month. Just start today. Where can you integrate a small no? This is going to help you with your discipline. This is going to help you with your boundaries. This will help you with your people pleasing. This will help you find your voice, activating your throat chakra. Because just as much as we need to say yes to opportunity, we also need to say no to some opportunities. And if life is about oneness and about having that balance, then the key is To practice saying no to things that take you out of your alignment, that take you out of your integrity, that take you out of the path you're supposed to be on. Like if you're supposed to be doing sobriety, why are you saying yes to drinking? You can't drink. If you're saying to yourself, I'm sober from alcohol, you can't drink. You might not even be able to go to the bar. You might not even be able to be friends with those people. Those people who want to go to the bar, if you're doing sobriety, you might not be able to go with them. You might not be strong enough. You got to know how strong you are. You might not be strong enough, and that's okay. That's okay. If you know you're not supposed to be spending money, you don't need to be at the mall. You don't need to be shopping on your phone. You need to be off the phone. Right? So start with your small no. And here's the beauty of that. When you start off small with something low stakes, when there's really no risk, that repetition over and over and over and over and over, that's where you breed your confidence. Over and over and over, that's where you breed your confidence. Confidence is bred inside of a repetition. You want to be more confident in your life. You want to have your voice activated. You want your throat chakra open. You have to practice that. It doesn't just happen magically one day. The people that you look at and you're like, oh, that person's so confident. Like that wasn't just a one-day thing. That was years of practice. That was years of being engaged by walking their natural, authentic path. It didn't just happen where they were just like, all right, I'm gonna be confident today. No, it was like years of practicing, of being authentic, of being yourself, of not fearing rejection, not fearing loss, of not always being in your ego. That's how you build that confidence. And the more confidence you build, the easier it is for you to walk away from this personality where you don't have discipline or you don't have boundaries or you're just a people pleaser and you're just seeking validation. This game is also about confidence. All right, so last thing here is I want you to use this technique called offering alternatives. Right now, this is about psychology. This is about human relationships. Someone may ask you, they may say, hey, can you give me $5,000? And you're going to be like, I have $5,000, but I'm not giving you $5,000. In this situation, if you wanted to help them financially, but you didn't want to give them $5,000, you could say, yeah, I can't give you, or I don't want to. You can say whatever the truth is. You can just say, I don't want to, I can't, I will not, I refuse. You can say no thanks. But the thing is you can offer an alternative. So you could say at this time, I'm unable to offer you $5,000, but I could give you 50. I could give you 50 this month and I could give you 50 next month. How does that sound? And so here's the thing. When we're talking about our boundaries and people pleasing, we're talking about people that we love, people that we care about. You're not about to get these people out of your life. You love these people. You care about them. So sometimes just offering an alternative, giving another solution, that might be the answer. That just happened to me. You know, my two guys wanted me to go to a dinner with them, but they're two single guys with no kids. I got kids. I can't operate on the same schedule as them. So they want to go to dinner typically later, 9, 10 o'clock. Bro, I'm trying to get to bed. Remember what I just said? I'm trying to get to bed. So I told them, I said, hey, I'm actually unavailable, but what I need, okay, repeat that. What I need, you're literally speaking your needs into the universe when you speak to people. I say, what I need is to do this in the afternoon. If we do this in the afternoon, I can be there. And they said, okay, cool. We could do it in the afternoon. So we picked a date. We had the lunch. I mean, everything was perfect. So we had what's called a little compromise. And so if you struggle speaking up, I want you to understand that compromise is often available. I know it's not always available, but it's often available. Now, the last thing here is addressing guilt. So guilt is an emotion that comes up. And the reason that it comes up is that a lot of the times we feel like we're going to lose something. Like the guy who's at the mall and he sees a girl who's so cute and he's like, oh, I want to go talk to her. But he's too shy to talk to her. He's too nervous to talk to her. He's too in his head. He won't approach the girl. And a lot of guys deal with this. A lot. I would say the majority of men deal with this. They're not confident approaching women. And what that comes from is the perception of rejection. You're perceiving that you're going to be rejected. And so rejection is a terrible, I mean, it's a normal emotion, but as far as how it feels terrible. It feels terrible. I know people don't want to admit that because we're all so big and bad and tough on the internet. But the truth is, nobody wants to be rejected. Even the person that's like, oh, I don't care. Like, you do care. Nobody wants to be rejected. And so what happens is a lot of the times before certain situations are happening, we're predicting the emotions we're going to feel before the situation happens. Oh, I won't go talk to her because I don't want to feel rejected. And it's crazy because it's like, well, what if she doesn't reject you? Like, what if that's your future girlfriend and you're making this story up? Or what if she saw you and she literally said to herself, man, I hope this guy comes and talks to me. He's cute. Right? And it's like, so that's the thing is like, you don't know what's going on in people's heads. And a lot of the times you might be creating a story for you that doesn't actually serve you. You might be creating a story for you that doesn't actually work for you. Right? And so when you're having guilt, sometimes it's the same situation. Sometimes you're having guilt because you've created this story. Oh, if I don't pick this person up from the airport, they won't get home from the airport. Is that true? You know, if I don't rescue this person from their $5,000 mistake, I don't know. I don't know the consequence. I'm just making it up. So one of the things that you have to do here to have a little more power and autonomy is you have to become an observer. Instead of just living life in your body, in your story, and me, first person mode, you got to learn to sit back and just observe. And observe. And you have to see what's going on. And the more that you can sit back and breathe, the more that you can be removed from those emotions and from those stories. The more that you can just breathe and sit back and observe. The less story, emotion, story. I'm not good enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. The more that you can just breathe, you get out of that. Just breathe. Just get out of it. All right. So if you didn't see the first video, go watch that right now. That first video was called How to Stop People Pleasing. This video was called, I don't know what it's called yet. I haven't titled it, but something along the lines of how to practice saying no or how to find your voice, something like that. If you want to work with me one-on-one, my name is Sylvester McNutt III. You just go to my website, sylvestermcnutt.net/coaching. You'll do the application. It'll come right to me. I'm going to respond. We'll figure it out. If you want to work with me, if I'm the coach for you, I can fly out to you. We can talk on the phone. We can talk on Zoom. We can text. There's so many different ways we can go about that. If you're looking for a good book that talks about this further, here's my book. It's called Care Package. Care Package. You can get that on Amazon. Also did the voice on Audible. If you're brand new here to wherever you're seeing this, to my Instagram or to my YouTube, hit that like button, man. I know you want content like this. I know you want the real, where we're talking about real life, right? So go ahead and hit that like. And obviously, I want to know who's watching this, so comment below. Let me know what you thought about today's video. With that being said, I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for your energy and for your presence today. My name is Sylvester McNutt III, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.